They got this little sister here that made a, Discord server for black people. And they play Dungeons and Dragons, okay? So she's into gaming. And that's okay. We got our game. And shout out to all our gaming brothers and sisters. They just went to DreamCon here in Houston. They had a lot of the gamers and anime people. I say, you know what? I need to go and just do a coverage. If they have that here in Houston next year, I want to just bring my cameras out and just go interview people next year. But anyway, because my first time hearing about that. This sister couldn't understand, though, why when she made a safe space for black gamers, right, that why the folks had a problem with it. I want to get into what is their issue with black people having our own spaces. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Yeah, I got to come up on here and vent. Why I made an all-black D&D Discord server, and I posted it on Instagram that I made this server. And literally it's, of course, white people, some of them, that's saying like how they don't like this idea. And you can just imagine some of the stuff that they would say. But what's not clicking for me is that why do people not understand what a safe space is? It's just a safe space for us to be able to play D&D and be able to share our experiences and things that we've been through. Because it's not just us playing Dungeons and Dragons. We sharing our experiences in there as well. I just don't understand what's the problem. You're mad about one space that you can't get into? Like, if you join any Dungeons and Dragons game, it's predominantly a white table. And you're mad because I made a space where we can play together. It's not trying to say that some people don't have their outside games. And you act like we in here talking about y'all. We don't care. Anywho, if you're black and over 21, click that link in my bio to join. I'm just...
So let me address my sister here. Why they take issue with you having a safe space for Dungeons and Dragons for black people. Even though you have said that the majority of the Discord servers are white folks playing it. So you say, look, I'm going to get out of those spaces, create my own for black people, and then we're going to do our thing there. And I know why you did it, because you have a lot of anti-black racists who are gamers. I know that. So that's why one of the main reasons you probably did it. Some of you have called names, etc. in these places. But you have to understand, that particular culture, my sister, has a colonizing culture. They feel that they have to be in everybody else's business, no matter who it is, whether it's black folks or whoever. They said during the time of segregation, Jim Crow, black people, you can't come over here because it is a whites only space. So black people said, okay, we create our own space. And even when we create our own space, they want to go to your space and they don't want you in theirs. Because for them, telling them where they cannot go messes with their colonizing culture. And we have to be very gatekeep a lot of our information. Listen, sister, if you got a special space for black people, you can't post it publicly on Instagram. You can't. You need to find a place or a particular group that you have made that's you can control on let's say those platforms, and then you can post to say, hey, this is what we got. Hey, come on, join us over here, right? Now I know you don't want just to let the masses of black people know what's going on, but here's the thing: they lurk on our pages, sister. You can have a thing that says this is blickety black, 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 and they will be the first one right there in the midst. You say, we're not even talking about them. You don't have to. They don't have to be the subject of anything you're talking about, anybody talking about. You can be discussing black people all day, what we doing, what we not doing, where we going, where we not going, what we wearing, what we not wearing, what games we playing, what games we not playing, how we dancing, how we not dancing, who you're dating, who you're not dating. They want to be in the midst of everything we do. They want to monitor everything we got going on. And when we put up a wall, literally, and say, you can't be monitoring what we got going on, they're like, oh, hell no. This is discrimination. This is reverse racism. Y'all want to be segregated. Y'all, like everything that they have done to us, literally, they complain when you say that, you know what, this particular space is for black people. But you know what I would say, my sister? Don't complain about it. Just don't let them in. That's it. Don't let them in. If your intention was to make that place a place where you don't have to deal with no racism, no nothing, and if you are the administrator of that, don't let them in. Who cares if they cry? They're going to cry, twist, tumble, all of that. Now, the only thing that I will say is I don't know how, what the rules are on that platform about keeping people out. I don't know. But the fact is, you should keep them out because you're discussing issues, or you should ask them a bunch of questions where they're going to have to admit some things before getting in there, right? It's very, very easy. Look, I'm going to give you some questions. Number one, in order to get in this Discord server, do you believe Black Americans should get cash payment reparations? Yes or no? Do you believe Black Americans should get land that was stolen from them in this country all the way back from slavery to now, whether it's through terror or whether it's through gentrification? Do you believe Black people should get their land back, right? Yes or no? Do you believe Black Americans should have an anti-Black hate crime bill? Yes or no? And based on the answers, and we all know what the answers would be, you could add other answers about the game. You could add answers about hate crimes. You could add all kind of answers, and they are telling themselves. They're telling themselves, right? And that's one way just to keep them out, to ask simple questions like that if you want to. But if you don't, I'm just suggesting things because, when those questions trigger them, they're not going to say yes. They're not going to say yes on any of that stuff. They're going to say no, and if you give them a way to explain themselves, they're going to definitely explain why they're saying no. So our thing is this. Like, for instance, what I do. Everything I do is Black targeted, Black centered, here in America and globally. I don't target anything else but us. What I create is all us. It's going to be us. Right now, if I decide to create something outside of us, and I can do that, that's no problem. It's still going to have a certain influence and why. But you know what I'm saying. But everything I do is targeted with us. Period. So at least 99.9% of it, that gives me at least 0.1% to do something else if I so choose, because I'm a versatile guy. But they don't care about us having spaces just for Black people. We can have nightclubs, they showing up. We can have restaurants, they showing up. We can have events where we're saying, hey, we want Black people to come talk about racism. They're eventually going to show up. They want to listen. You have to understand. They want to monitor everything we do. Recently here in Texas, they just had a town hall with James Tallarico, supposed to be for Black people. And guess who's sitting in the crowd? The white folks. Now, you would think, okay, I want to do this for Black people, talk to the Black community, and you got a bunch of white folks sitting in there monitoring, and then they get mad when Black people say certain things. Like, why are you there? That's supposed to be talking to Black people, right? They got to monitor everything we do, say, go, what we create, whatever. They got to monitor it. I don't have a problem with someone enjoying something we're doing, but those are far and few in between. We talking about those who like to just monitor what we do constantly as Black people. And that's what it is. So, sister, don't even pay attention to it. If anything, if they come complaining, block them. That way they can't get in your group anyway. Just block them. Block them because that's not the purpose. They got all kind of groups they can be a part of, but your group, no. Your group is for Black people, and that's who it's for. They got groups that they can go join. And it's no problem. And that's the thing. We don't even want to be in their groups. We don't want to. Whatever group they got going on, we not like, oh, you're not letting us in. I don't care. We don't want to be in your mayo anything. Do you? But they cry when they can't get in ours. You know why? Because ours is always lit. Ours is fun. Ours, like I said, it's just the place to be. And they stuff just boring. Like no culture, no nothing. Like none of us fighting to get into that. Like, who wants to get into that? Do you see any of us fighting to get into their nightclubs and their spots? Like, hell no. Like, no, where's our spots at? That's what we want to be. But anyway. But yeah, sister, don't trip. That's just unfortunately part of the game. They just be annoying us like that, unfortunately. But don't let them in. That's it. Don't argue with them. Don't say nothing. Just don't let